All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. Just pulled up to the VIP Sports Card Show here in Phoenix. This is my favorite and my best show of the month. They've always got great value bins, showcases, dealers. So looking for all things football, NFL, college, really anything. I've got my GoPro with me, so I'll be filming. You can see everything that I'm seeing, and we'll see what I can come out with. So let's get right to it. All right, so at my first table of the day, trying to get a deal done. Doesn't have a lot of football at this table, but he points out two cards that I might be interested in. Says he's wanting to move a lot of stuff. He wants to get rid of it. So pulls out this Barry Sanders Spectra Black Pandora and a Josh Allen patch to 99. Said he'd do the pair for 30 bucks. I thought that was a good deal. He also had a box off to the side with just a wild assortment of cards, a ton of baseball, so I had to dig through a lot, but did end up picking out a couple of cards. There's that Micah Parsons Pacific. I thought about the Sam Howell, Brock Purdy base prism. I thought that would do okay. So just continuing to dig, I run into a stack of Nico Collins. I know he's super hot with just the Texans and everything. A ton of select. I'm not a huge fan of select, but there were some optics that I picked out. Ultimately got the stack for 40 bucks. Thought it was solid. All right, second table I made a deal with. They just had a box of just color. I was going through the football stuff, no prices, so just kind of trying to look at if there's anything interesting to begin with that's kind of worth plucking out. So decided to make a second pass through and kind of start finding some cards to stack up. He was comping a few cards off to the side with somebody else, so I didn't know what a stack would look like if I, built something up. There's some cool stuff. I love purple ice, I love blue ice, blue wave rookies, color match stuff. So I'm just trying to pick stuff out. Hopefully it's a decent stack. They've got a ballpark range that we can just kind of get things moving and make an easy deal here. So going through another stack here, just picking out things that I like. Again, I don't know what prices are going to look like. Generally, I try to find a ballpark of, before I hand the stack over and say, hey, what could you do on this stack? I try to have a general idea of like, okay, I'm willing to pay $2, $3 per card, and then we'll go from there. So pick out a few more cards here just to add to the stack. Again, I'm just hoping, I can get a decent stack that we can just ballpark, avoid sitting there waiting for comps to come up and just trying to make a play here. The show wasn't very good for me personally. I think it was just a lot of the same dealers that I end up seeing, and a lot of the inventory hasn't been super fresh. So when it comes to kind of a newer table that I haven't seen before, I'll take the time of day and run through their entire box just to see if there's anything worth picking up. Ran into a base Prism CJ Stroud, and I just thought that was worth adding to my stack. It's kind of mixed in with all these $1 to $2 cards, so I don't know. Not a huge CJ Stroud buyer, not really one to buy into the huge quarterback hype, but I just thought that it was interesting to find in kind of the lower end stack that he had. So just running through my stack again, trying to get a ballpark of what I wanted to be at, and end up getting this for $35. All right, so let's run through everything that I picked up. I spent $75 in total at two different tables. So let's talk about what I picked up, what my thought process was, and why I bought it. So this was the second deal. I paid $35 for the stack. I thought it was decent, much better than I thought, just considering some of the cards that were in here. So Chase Brown should be the lead running back in Cincinnati this year. They did sign, who's the cat from Indianapolis, Zach Moss. Chase Brown seems to have a lot of the hype. We'll see what happens. He was an All-American, I think, at Illinois. Trey Tucker out of Cincinnati. Not a great rookie year. I don't think a lot of people are high on him, but they just don't have a lot of weapons out there. They drafted Bowers, not a lot of receivers past Devontae Adams, so that's only like $3. Justin Tucker, I picked this up because I didn't think he had a lot of cards. Unfortunately, not super valuable, not more than $3-4, but it is what it is. Evan Hull, this is an interesting one. From Northwestern, pretty productive back, and I don't trust Jonathan Taylor just with his injury history, and they've kind of got a wonky backfield in my opinion. They've got Evan Hull, who was hurt for most of the year, I think, had very minimal touches, and then they have, Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon from San Francisco, they signed. He's got a couple touches, and I think there's somebody else, but I don't know. People are optimistic on Hull. He's super cheap. I picked up a purple power auto on ComC for like $15 the other day. thought it was just kind of timely looking into that again. I'm not a JT believer. I'm not an Anthony Richardson believer. Some might say I'm a Colts hater, but I do like Evan Hull. I think he could be a good running back if he gets an opportunity. Harrison Smith, Blue Ice. I love Blue Ice. My favorite parallel in Prism. Star player in the league, one of the best safeties. So I think I listed it for about $10. Don't think that's bad there. Jerome Bettis, the old school Prism, I think sometimes it's tough. You got to find the set collectors for that team, or you've got to find, someone who's going to have the purple parallel print run, or anything, a Jerome Bettis fan who likes modern, right? Maybe they're buying, the 2000 finest and things like that. But, this is $4 or $5, nothing crazy. I did like this one though. Nick Bosa, red, no huddle. These are numbered to 70. I think I listed this for $10. I thought it was a cool color match. Nick Bosa. Quentin Johnston, he's hot. People, they did upgrade their wide receiver room in the draft. We'll see what happens with him. I'm not a believer, but again, he just kind of spiked when they lost Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, so bought into that. AJ Brown, really like this one. I think I listed this for $6, which seems like a pretty solid price, I think, for a star player, purple ice, parallel, not bad. Roschon Johnson, so I posted all my pickups on Twitter. I was like, hey, this is what I picked up. Someone reached out about the Roschon Johnson, and I already sold it. So this sold for $14. I just figured he's not a guy that I super believe in, I guess. I'm not a buyer in Chicago. In that backfield, I don't trust anybody. I did buy into him last year thinking that, he could be a guy, at least in the fantasy perspective. I'm not a Caleb Williams believer. If he's such a generational talent, you could have had a generational haul, much better than you got for Bryce Young last year. So that's just my thoughts on the Bears, but someone was interested. I would have listed this at $19.99 after fees and everything, and had closer to 16. I'm like, hey, 14 PWE takes it. So that was an easy deal. Deuce Vaughn, I really like Deuce Vaughn. We'll see if he's the starting running back. They did sign Zeke. I'm not a Zeke guy. He's climbing up there in age. He was a rookie in 2016. So he's got to be close to 30. I think it was 2016. So we'll see, but this Ruby, Red Wave, whatever, to 149, not a terrible pickup. And then CJ Stroud, this one I was shocked that he just said 35. He did check a couple comps. This sells kind of at the floor of $20, and sometimes it's 20 plus 5 shipping, 25 plus 4 shipping. I listed mine at $19.99 plus $1 shipping just because I wanted to move quickly. So the whole stack being $35, I think this will make half of my money back after fees. I already sold the Roschon Johnson, so I guess that gets me pretty much at my total. Everything else I'd look to profit on there. So not a bad stack. It was a new table that I had never seen, so had to take a chance there. So this was from the first table. Again, I talked about these two. $30 for the pair. Barry Sanders, Black Pandora, Spectra, and then Josh Allen patch 99. Comps were all over the place for these Spectra Sanders cards, anywhere from the numbered to 75 does 30. I think one of these did 50-ish at auctions 2 weeks ago. So I listed mine for $75. Buy it now. We'll see if I wake up to any watchers or what that looks like. And then Josh Allen, I thought this would do a little bit better. Number to 99 patch, but looks like it's sitting at about $20-ish. So I listed mine at 20 plus 4 ship. And then so we had these. I plucked these out of his little $5 and under box, and basically got these for $10 total, which I thought was a good deal. So Micah Parsons, Red Pacific. This is a rebrand from 1993 and 1994. I didn't know the value. I know Chronicles doesn't sell super well, but I know Patrick Mahomes, the red color match does super well, of course. I just figured Micah Parsons, one of the better players, I think one of the top selling jerseys in the league, so took a chance there. Joe Burrow Revolution, don't know any of the parallels and such, but this was Rapture up top. I don't know if I've ever really heard of that parallel, so I thought it was kind of more on the short printed side. These do about 10-ish, so not terrible. It pays for kind of the rest of that stack, so I don't think you can go wrong with Joe Burrow. Brock Purdy base, this is his second year. Honestly, I thought this was more of like a $5, $6 card, kind of like a Patrick Mahomes second, third year Prism, or like the silver, I don't know. Just because his base, I don't know, he doesn't have a lot of cards from his rookie year. This does like $2, so meh. And then Nico Collins picked these two up, Shock and Hollow. I think the Shock does about 4 and the Hollow is closer to 6. Just one of the hotter guys in the league with that offense now. People are excited. So that was kind of my thought process there. So again, I think, you know, the big winners here are going to be the Barry Sanders, the Stroud, and I already sold the Roshan Johnson. That's hopefully going to get me to my $75 in total, and then the rest will be profit. And so all these are already listed on eBay, just posted them, and it's late at night here, so hopefully wake up to some offers or some sales. I'll keep you updated, but that's everything from the show. Hoping to bring some more show content soon. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.